sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me.
Hello, everybody. A little different tonight, eh? Only 2 minutes in, too. For those of you that are new, my name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. And I'm here this evening to do the sign of Aquarius. You know what? You heard that music by Michael Bublé. He's a Canadian crooner. He's an international star. And I like that song. It always centers me. And YouTube and the copywriters and all that good stuff, all that stuff to it, they've been allowing me to play it. They just keep pushing me saying, this is eligible for revenue. Basically, run ads on this, run ads on your channel. I took all the ads off because there's no money to be made. Not for me. And it's an annoying thing to click and you got to do that crap when you're watching TV. I hate commercials. Well, some of them are all right, but anyways, yeah, so I put up the extra smudge. Suzanne Cerrone. I'm not wearing it, but this reading is in honor of you and your mother. This was sent to me from the U.S., from a viewer from Suzanne Cerrone, and she's one of my group members, and we've also become fast friends as well. And her mother was an Aquarius, and I think Suzanne said she's a rising sign for Aquarius. Mercury's kicking in, eh? I started getting ready here an hour and a half ago to jump into the rest of the readings, and some of them, even this one's going to be late. It will be on the 14th. This reading's for the 14th through to the 20th for the week of August 2017. I already had a smudge stick all trimmed off, you know, the black, sitting on the bowl, ready to go. I had things laid out. I come back, my smudge stick was gone. There's nobody out here but me. I'm the only one. I still haven't found the smudge stick. It's not, you know, caught on anything. It's not fallen onto a chair. It is not on the floor. It is not under the table. I looked around the house. I backtracked where I had gone, the bathroom. Why would I bring a smudge stick into the... Well, I suppose some people might do that for a reason, but I wouldn't do that. Oh, God, Natalie. Even Mercury's into my head. It's making me think weird things. So anyway, I still haven't found... And I had to take my... It's dark here. It's dark. There's no street lights or yard lights. And I had to take my big flashlight and go find my slippers, and then I could only find one slipper. And earlier I could only find one earring, and I haven't moved anything. I'm a creature habit. Everything always goes the same way. Things are moved and missing, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, I can't believe I've got to go out in the dark, go down those stairs in the dark, cross the yard, and go into the flipping potting shed, and unlock it and all that stuff, and everything is damp and wet and drippy and real humidity at night. All doors and windows are open. It's warm. And I got to fight to get the kids the door sticks really bad to get into the potting shed to get more sage that's hanging and they're drying. So I go to get my slippers and I can only find one and I'm flipping. Eventually I found it and now I'm really pissed. I don't like crap like that. It irks me. It hits a nerve with me. I get mad real quick. Boom. So I did that. I went down, and there's sweetgrass hanging from the ceiling in the potting shed, and there's some cedar that's hung there. So I grabbed a couple of them because they've been there, and I grabbed a smudge stick, and I had to fight because there are other things hanging, like my sweetgrass are all hanging on the same hook, and this was like in the middle of two bunches, if you know what I mean. I grabbed that damn hook and I ripped everything off, and there are probably two of them bunches of sweetgrass are laying on the floor in there. But here was the weird thing. I didn't want to go out there because not 2 minutes before I actually set out to go across the yard to do this, there was right behind me on the wall. There's nothing there. There's a big path in the woods on the other side of this wall, but a cleared out path. I can walk right around my house. And I heard against this wall. It's pitch black out. What the hell was that? I stepped out of my deck and leaned around. I couldn't see anything. I said, hello. I actually went out and said, hello, is anybody there? And there's no answer. Now I got to go down there. I can't see a hand in front of my face. Anyway, my day has been like a roller coaster. This is dedicated to Sue and her mom. May she rest in peace. As Suzanne would say. It's not Sue, it's Suzanne. All right. That stone that I showed you, the blue beach glass, whatever I called it, sea glass, yeah, beach whatever. That came out of an antique auction. So, and I know somebody that's very well learned in history. They're a history buff. As soon as they seen it, they said they didn't even know about it coming out of an estate sale. And they said, this is really, really old, at least 100 years old. That piece of sea glass. And come out of the antique sale, this woman that's like 96 or something, she's almost a century old, it belonged to her. She had a whole bunch that she collected. And, yeah, so it's kind of special. You want to come out of the Atlantic. We talked about the Titanic a lot, and I said to Suzanne, this reminds me because of the color and the story and the age behind it. It reminds me of the movie there, you know, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Rose, what's her name, and the Titanic, the true story of the Titanic. Well, that was altered, you know, there was fiction in there. The story of the Titanic is real. And the Star of the Ocean. It was like this, only it was a big, giant sapphire. I can see through this right now, you guys can't, but it's translucent a little bit. It's beautiful. Cobalt blue. I gotta leave it open. So, with the opening song, they're letting me get away with doing Michael Bublé's Feeling Good. And I play that for a reason, of course. Other people say, who's doing that song? Give me the link. So, it's wonderful. Promoting a homeboy, because he's Canadian, I guess. He doesn't need it. Oh, good God. For you guys, I said, oh, you know, given enough rope, you hang yourself. I better not push it. But I was listening to The Dawning of Aquarius today. And I wanted to play that as your intro. So, my intention is there. Go Google it, Dawning of Aquarius. It's an old song, but it's all about you guys. It's about a time era. I think it's the 5th dimension. This is The Dawning of Aquarius. Good song. Nope. Sorry, guys. I dropped the F-bomb doing these last night on one of the videos. I never do that. I was getting tired of shuffling. There we go. That's it. Here we go. Here we go. 3 cards spread. Alright. General reading, which may or may not resonate with some of you, okay? Don't hate me for that and don't question me about it. Very first card to show up at the beginning of your week. Oh, wow. Really? Aquarius. Conflict. Look at that. All about conflict. It's the 5. I don't like the 5s. I do not. I'm going to put you there. We'll put you right there. Second card in the middle of your week. Nice one. Ace of Wands. It's all about growth. The aces are always positive cards. You can find so much positive in them. Even the Ace of Swords, which is also known as the Ace of Spades, which in the beginning, in my beginning years, the Ace of Spades was an omen of death, and it isn't anymore. It's changed. Oh, that's really nice. What a great way to end midweek into the weekend. And you got the Chariot. It's all about movement. It's beautiful. Okay, just let me get a little drink here. Now look at the Five of Swords. Swords are all about the mind. Okay? Some deep thinking, a lot of thinking going on, a lot of things in your mind, a lot of some decisions that need to be made. You're mulling things over. These are deep decisions, is what they are. This is not light stuff. Okay. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Conflict. You have to stand your ground in the face of conflict. There it is. Where's number 2? I always sneeze twice, and I don't know why. But there could be an argument for some of you. This is a general reading. There's some kind of conflict. And what's going to happen is, I just heard this has been building for a long time. Long time. I had a message similar to this about 2 weeks ago. Not on this card, but I'm getting almost the same, because I'm recognizing this message. It's kind of weird. And that is something that's been brewing for a long time. You know what? Here's the example I'm going to use, all right? You know, there's where you work, or your community, your neighborhood you live on, there's something that you're a part of, very much like you're really a big part of it, right? Like where you live, whatever, neighbors. And somebody says, it's the best neighborhood in the whole city. We got the best neighborhood here. Everybody's really, really nice, you know, and they're blowing the horn, they're being loud and obnoxious, and they're going, everybody's so nice. We don't even have one asshole among us all. Here's a news flash. Anybody saying that in the workplace, I get along with everybody here. Everybody's great. We don't have assholes here to ruin it for everybody. Everybody's great. Here's a news flash. 99.9% of the time, when you're saying that, everybody's looking at you thinking you're it. If you think there isn't any at all, you're it. You're the one. Time for a wake-up call, because that's how that usually works. Not 100% of the time, but that's how it usually goes down. So, this so-called jerk has been a thorn in everybody's side for a long, long time. This is the message that I heard, and it all came out like, if I had to say and put it in something it came out as one long sentence. And it was quick. And I read it all as one word. That's how I just seen it. And basically, nobody's ever broached it. No one's ever talked about the elephant in the room, which is this jerk. All right? He's just painful to work with. And you love everything about your job with this guy. If you let him, he'll ruin it for you every day. Everybody feels the same way. Nobody wants to create any waves. He's more than enough. Let's not add to it. Let's all stay positive. Don't care. You naysayers don't like that. I don't care, because it's my free will, right? Like you have yours. I'm a realist. Simple as it sounds. Like funny. Hey, dabbling in the esoteric, and yet I am a strong, logical person. But these people exist. And here's the thing. Something's going to come to a head. All right? And it's like a volcano. And it's been building and building and building. And now the volcano, the pressure around it inside, it's run out of room and it needs to release. It has to. It's the laws of physics, right? Humans are the same way in those situations. And it's going to come to a boiling point. You, Aquarius, unless you're the jerk. You put it that way, too. It works both ways in the real world. You're going to be the one. Something inside you is just going to go click. And you're going to go off. Just this ever so soft little click. Not the explosion you ever thought it was going to be. Had you thought about it earlier, if I ever let go on that person, it's going to be like a volcano going on. That's not what's happening. It's just a soft little click. The little click almost has a little smile. That's what I'm saying. And you're going to look at the person, and you are going to say every word of truth. And you're even going to say, I'm not just speaking for myself here, dear. I'm speaking for the whole flippin' building. We all think the same. And then you're going to really give it to them and go on, and then you're going to hold your head up. I'm done. See ya. And walk away. And the further you get away, the smaller you start to get. And the smaller you get. And by the time you get home, you just want to, never mind crawl into bed, you want to crawl under it and close the world out. You're feeling really bad. You feel like you hit below the belt. Everybody else there wants to give you some kind of an award. But that person, you seen the look of pain come over their face, Aquarius? And that's what grabbed you, was their humanity. You seen their humanity. This big, tough, loudmouth, obnoxious, very rude person that just upsets the office every day. But you seen his pain and you seen his humanity. And you were like, I went too far, I said too much, I really hit below the belt. He had it all coming, but why did it have to be me? You're going to experience that. But here's the thing. You're being given a heads up about it with this card. Therefore, for the few of you that this is going to resonate with, try to remember this moment in time and what I just said to you. And let that help you take that third deep breath so that you don't go that harsh and you don't go that, you can give it to the guy, just rein it in a little bit, but stand your ground with him. You've got to stand your ground with him. That's the whole point of this card. You have to. You need to. But you're feeling tired now after that. You're battle worn. Also, for some of you at this time as well, this can happen in the workplace or within the family structure or the hierarchy within the family. Somebody is going to be very cruel to you, devious almost, and unkind. And somebody you thought you were good friends with and had a good rapport with and a good relationship with. Not somebody you see every day, but somebody that's been in your life for a long time. You thought it was all good. And in question, you're going to find out that they've been doing things behind your back, saying things behind your back. Don't know why. This is all going to be caused over a business partnership within the hierarchy of the family is what I'm feeling and hearing here. Or it's going to stem from the power of jealousy or a romance. There's just going to be this conflict thing that's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to be related to one of those things. So there could be communication problems within the family structure right now as well. Hurtful oppositions bringing things like the difference of opinions to the table, and 2 or 3 people sitting around the table being really, really shocked about that. Just shocked and had no idea that those other people at the table, that their opinions are what they are. They thought they had everybody around the table all figured out how this was going to go down. It's a family gathering, and you Aquarius are going to be feeling like I thought I knew these people. This is a serious family meeting where decisions need to be made. And now you're looking at a few people at that table as if they're strangers and you've known them your whole life. It's an experience you're going to have. Also, for some of you in a situation like that or other situations, you're going to feel like you're not being heard. All right? Not at home, not at work, not around your friends. Nobody's listening to you. You feel like, again, small but in a different way. And you feel insignificant. There's just this energy. Mercury's going retrograde. It's gone retrograde as of yesterday, the 12th. That's what it is, a lot of what is going on, even with myself tonight, all those problems. Still haven't found my sponge stick. That'll drive me crazy. But the point being, Mercury is just, and it was in the overshadowing period like a week before or whatever it was. Don't nail me to that. I don't know. I don't remember actually. I looked it up. I don't remember. But here's the thing. It's been gearing up for at least a good week. And it went direct yesterday. Like, it's like, whew. And I'm feeling it today. It started at 4:30 a.m. for me, man. I'm telling you, I'm feeling it today. And here communication's coming up between all the people in your life. And it's like exhausting. That's what the feeling that I'm feeling for somebody, because I'm feeling that too. Here's the good thing with this card. Whether you're being hurt or not, it's going to bring the truth to the surface in some situations for some of you. A light's going to be spotlighted. Things that were hidden before and kept from you. Bits and pieces and fragments of information are all coming to the table. Some of you have been searching for a long time. A couple of you, I'm hearing too. have been trying to fit the pieces into a puzzle for a long time. There you go. Oops, there it is. It's going to be put right in front of you. There would be a sense of relief with that. Okay, now we can carry on from here, now that we have all the information. Advice of the card, make sure you stand your ground. There's no need to respond aggressively, but do be assertive. Just do not retreat. Don't turn around and run away, which is that fight or flight syndrome. And most times we want to do the flight thing to get the hell out of there. Some things call that we need to be standing there. You need to do this. Keywords are go with the flow. Opposition, arguments, shame, bullying, unfairness, but at the last, a resilience. It's a long card. If I learn to curb myself and do my own talk control, I don't care. I don't care. It has to come out. I might have overdid it that time. I'll admit it. Ace of Wands, growth. Growth for you, Aquarius. That's a beautiful card. And this is middle of the week. Picking up from the beginning and flowing into midweek. This is the creative ace, where projects, new relationships, new jobs, moves of any kind are all going to be met with success. That's what this card is all about. Plans, ideas are all going to take off now. So if there's been any stagnation, any delays, anything that's been held back behind your launch date to roll it out, whatever that is finally going to get the move and the push to go forward. That's backed up at the end of the week. Look at that. This is all about moving forward. So these two, you can see where the cards are all overlapping. I don't have to make them fit. They just do. You need to, and you're being encouraged to share your visions with others right now, and even encourage others to get on board with you. If you want to share your visions with somebody, that'll probably work in your favor for those of you approaching anybody to do that with you. For those of you that are in the planning stages in your head, and if you're wondering if your ideas would ever really succeed, or would they, is it worth the trouble and the work? This card showing up to tell you yes. The answer is yes. For any of you that were wondering about that, some of you are beginning new journeys and new adventures. This card also indicates a strengthening of your spiritual beliefs as well. The advice is to step into your power right now, because now's the time to invent and talk, create, and whatever you say now is going to be well received. Say it clearly. Remember Mercury, okay? The planet of communications, and every opportunity will jump right in there to screw things up. It just does. Your keywords are beginnings and intuition, adventure, ideas, creativity, success. What a great card. End of your week is the Chariot, and it's representative of movement. This is midweek into your weekend. So this is time for some real serious progress. All that talk, and anybody can talk, and anybody can say whatever they want. Yeah? Put some real live action behind that stuff. That's what's going to start going on. You're going to be seeing that talk stop and some real live action taking place. And it's good for the soul to see it. And it's a sight for solar eyes to actually see something happening. And I'm hearing for some of you, here it is. Finally, yes. That's what I'm hearing, to that intensity. For some of you, Aquarius, something coming together. Progress. For those of you that are looking at travel is favored right now. It's a brilliant card for travel, as are moves. It's not the second time that came up. Yes, it is. And for some of you, it's moves connected to work, whether you're being transferred or you're just starting over, and you said, I just researched this village, this town, this city, this province, this state, whatever, this country, and I want to go there, and I want to work there, and I'm going to give myself a goal for 5 years. You're going to uproot everything, your whole life, and you're going to go, because there's one or two of you, at least one of you out there, and you're making that big of a jump and that big of a transition in your life. All aspects of life are going to move forward now for just about anyone watching this video. Balance is going to be needed, of course, so treat people with care, because this is a card of pure, high, fast, strong energy rather than being sensitive. It is not a sensitive card. It's not about that. It's all about high energy. And when you've got that, and you've gotten all the green lights, and you're just flying right through, and there's nothing. Sometimes along the way, the ego can get a little big, You can elbow a few people out of the way, not even knowing you're doing it, not realizing, stepping on people's toes, and you come back, everybody you know has their nose out of joint, and they're all pissed off at you because your ego got in the way, and you just started barreling through. So you have to be mindful of that. Very careful about that, all right? This card reveals good timing and being aware of your ego. And, yeah, you need to be aware of that to keep your show on the road, to keep that forward movement going for you, Aquarius. Also a new car or an automobile. Excuse me. Yeah, automobile. I've been doing that every video. I talk backwards, then I cough. There we go. No, I did not just bring up half a lung. Be quiet. So somebody's looking in the market to buy a new vehicle of some kind. The advice is now is the time to get active, move forward with all your plans, as I said earlier. Remember to watch your ego. Enjoy this time of power and motivation. Keywords of journeys: determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. Hold on. Where's that water? Bugger. Okay, there we go. Delivered by my hero today, Perrier. Thank you very much, John. Okay, so that was your reading, Aquarius. I hope it resonated with some of you, and I hope it meant something to you. And if you like this reading and you want something more specific that's just for you and personal, I do offer the service of private readings. Look down below in the Show More section. Read through that. Grab my email that I use there for everything. I use my email there for everything that you see. Ship me off an email. I'll get you taken care of within 24 to 48 hours is my time frame. And to YouTube subscribers, those of you that are, the rest of you, all of you, of course, thank you so much. And then there's a small videos you trickle in, you blaze a trail into the Facebook group, Bay of Fundy Fortunes, a very closed, very private group. We are all like-minded there. We're all walking the same trail in life. If you're looking for that kind of family to walk with, we're your deal. All right? Nothing's expected of you. You never have to speak. You don't have to partake. You just want to sit back and watch. Whatever. Nothing's expected. You can leave anytime you like. Same with the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. All subscriptions are free. And the general readings within the tarot community on YouTube are all free as well. You can find Bay of Fundy Fortunes, not just YouTube and Facebook, but on Blogspot, on Google, and on Twitter as well. For now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to sign off. This is into 28 minutes, so I'm sorry, guys. If anybody's looking for me, you can find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes or walking on my beach down below, along the water's edge that hold the highest tides on the planet, the beautiful, bountiful Bay of Fundy. And I'm a high tide junkie, so I'm always watching the tide slide in, slide out, scream and roar its way in, and scream and roar its way out. Therefore, I always keep an eye on the tide. Therefore, you can always find me waiting on the next high tide. Please enjoy the rest of August, Aquarius. Enjoy this week as it unfolds. Oh, great timing. As it unfolds. And I hope to see you back here week after next for the next readings. Goodbye and good night.